Hey, it's Rob from the Taxpayers. Welcome to the 10th anniversary reissue of God Forgive These Bastards. So this extra disc includes some unreleased songs from the making of the album, some clips from demos at band practice, narration from band members, and the original unreleased 7-inch that started the whole thing. For the uninitiated, God Forgive These Bastards is a book and an album about a man named Henry Turner that was originally released in 2012. So Henry Turner, he is a fictional character who was dreamed up around January of 2011 when I was living in a storage container in Florida for the winter with the rest of the taxpayers. So one day I sat outside this storage container. That's another story, how we ended up living in a storage container in Florida. So one day I'm sitting outside the storage container and watching these vultures circle overhead, and I wrote a song about a schizophrenic guy who's living on the streets telling anybody who will listen that he used to be a major league pitcher back in the 1970s. And that song became Who the Hell Are You? And so after that song, we started writing more songs about this guy, and eventually we had enough to make up a 7-inch. And we recorded this 7-inch with our buddy Trevor in Florida. So one day after that, while on tour, I decided that a book should be written about this guy. And I thought it would be a neat thing because, number one, it would give the songs greater context, and number two, it would kind of further flesh out this Turner character. I remember I actually tried to get our friend Keith Rawson to write the book because he's a real writer, and but he, of course, said no because he had his own writing to work on, so I decided to give it a shot myself. Somewhere along the line, I started writing the book from the perspective of Turner being a guy that I actually knew in real life, which was kind of exciting. And I did some research. I went to the library and dug up some actual historical Turner families from Georgia and linked the fictional Henry to those families. So the plan became that we would release an album and book as a tribute to Henry Turner, who was a close friend of ours who had died recently. There were a few reasons for this. First, we thought it would give more authority and dignity to the Turner character, and then second, it would be an experiment in group psychology to kind of see how people reacted to this person. The hope was that feelings would be mixed, that some people would appreciate the voice being given to this damaged and complicated man. Some people would find his crimes repulsive and unforgivable, and others would be critical of my relationship with this homeless man and feel like he was being taken advantage of, and so forth. Well, all of those things happened. There was even a Maximum Rock and Roll article, or a review, rather, that demanded the profits be given to Savannah Turner, who's Henry's non-existent daughter, which is pretty funny, pretty cool. So anyway, that's how the whole thing came to be. I think everyone involved did a great job bringing him to life, and if he had existed in real life, I don't know if he would be proud or not.
Hi, this is Noah. I play drums in the Taxpayers. This first song is Go Fetch a Priest. This was cut from the album, not for us disliking the song. I like it quite a bit, in fact, but we decided it was just too fucking dark for Henry. In this song we have Henry coming back to his mom, lying to her about having cancer. He tries to get money out of her, and, he eventually comes around and tells the truth, but we want Henry to be, more worthy of redemption. We thought this was going a little too far. You may recognize the horn intro on this song because, well, it's on the album. And this is Go Fetch a Priest. I hope you enjoy this while we give this a spin.
My mother, it feels like death is breathing down my neck. Some sickness is in my stomach, and my skin is pale and red. Come back home to tell you I forgive you before I'm gone. Now listen, I'm gonna go sleep in my own bed for a night alone. Forget the doctor, this is way beyond him. If you wanna help, you can go fetch a priest. I swear there are multitudes of devoted buzzards descending upon me. Yes, some money would certainly help to get me to New York. The hospitals there provide quality care, but with 7 million people they might not have any more. Hey mama, did I tell ya I got married 6 years back? Her name, that don't matter. Our love, it fell off the track. God damn it, I told you not to go get the doctor. If he wants to help, he can go fetch a priest. That small-town fool doesn't know a damn thing about the cancer inside me. Okay, listen, I'll be straight. I ain't dying, no, I ain't sick. But I keep kick the drugs and I'm writing a book and I'm already 200 pages in. Hey, mama, about that money, it'd sure help me make things good. Call it a loan, you know I'm good for it. I can play the spades better than anyone could.
Kevin from the Taxpayers. I play trumpet, piano, and organ. The next song we wanted to share with you is a practice demo of Atlanta's Own. It's kind of a cool artifact because it's the first time we were able to successfully link all of the different transitions and parts of the song, which definitely took a long time and effort to figure out, but once we had it together, we had some fun with it. Anyway, hope you enjoy. We love you. And take care of each other.
This is Alex, the saxophone player, and this is a practice demo that we actually did for As the Sun Beat Down. You'll hear it's a little bit different from what came out on the album, but, everything's a work in progress. You can hear also at the very end of it, me and Kevin we haven't quite figured out exactly what we're doing with the horn parts, but we kind of got there in the end.
God forbid the Lions don't quickly get their fill. You can bet by the time that the day is done, they surely will. Gonna fatten up by the pound as the sun beats down. As the sun beats down. Old Southern wives setting knives down on the tablecloth. Hot as hell out in the street. Something died inside the sweltering garage. Sacrificial lamb dedicated to the heat. And the sun beat down. And the sun beat down, down. And the sun beat down, down. And the sun beat down. August 23rd, 1959. Word from the hospital that there hadn't been much time. Screaming baby boy now slept without a sound. As the sun beat down.
I feel like you and I should be doing the same thing. So just because they were horn section, and it sounds like me holding out a note doesn't sound good when you're doing the rhythm. I think we should keep it together.
All right.
I'm open to doing that like what you were doing. Bang, bang, bang.
With the you mean with the drum kicks?
Yeah.
Well, I don't want it to be too cheesy as well. That's why I just tried that out.
I don't think it's easy.
Yeah. All right. Okay, we can make it better. Oh.
Hi, this is Nazreen. You may know me as Dylan or Danny or Danielle. I'm the same person. I play the accordion in the Taxpayers. Thank you so much for loving our album and being interested in this B-side record of demos and other things. In writing and recording this album, I was trying to remember literally anything that happened, and I realized I blacked out at some point, and I just really don't have a lot of memories from this, and I was trying to think why, and I realized that recording was one of the more challenging aspects of the music process for me. I loved playing shows, I loved to practice, but when it came to, put something down permanently, I had a hard time with it, and I think I put a lot of pressure on myself to get everything, great in the first take. I didn't really know how to take up space or take my time, and I learned that through my bandmates and our recording engineers. They were so patient and supportive of me being sort of insecure and being having imposter syndrome, where I always felt like I wasn't qualified, or there had to be someone else who would do this better, or like, who gave me this instrument, or like, let me sing the song, you know? And I think a lot of my internal fears were just about not being good enough. And I am here to say that through being in this band and having the relationships with the folks in it, I have felt so supported, and I felt more confident in my musicianship because of just the generosity and encouragement of my bandmates. And that I also want to say that imposter syndrome is real for a lot of us. You know, we might not feel like, we might feel like someone else is doing it better, or like, you know, we might compare ourselves to like who's spending more time doing art or anything, you know. And I'm here to say, like, just make things with your hands or with your body, you know, make your art. It's, be where you're at. And I'm so glad that my bandmates encouraged me and, you know, pushed me to take some risks with recording, because, you know, we made this really cool record that you all seem to like. And, you know, it's really humbling that 10 years later, there's still a lot of interest and a lot more interest. So whether you've been loving our band for 10 years or like this is the first time you're hearing about it, I just want to thank you and tell you that I feel humbled and grateful. I hope you enjoy this recording of Rob and I practicing I Love You Like an Alcoholic on the porch of my old punk house, the Glitter Dome. It's imperfect and messy, and I don't have those same fears of not being good enough anymore, just of being like meeting myself where I'm at. So I hope I can kind of impart that onto you as well. So thanks so much.
1, 2. Heavy humid night, corner of Park and Main. Cast that first glance, your smile, my veins at maximum capacity, blood pumping so fast, my girl. If looks could give heart attacks, the dangerous men in the shadows were like an audience, and even the meanest among them had a special little shine in their eyes when they saw us walk by. Walked about 20 blocks talking about good bars and better towns than this one. Kissed that first night, then the rain opened up the sky to get one last kiss. I love you like an alcoholic. One last kiss.
I love you like a statuette.
One last kiss. I need you like I need a broken leg.
I was getting off the late shift, attempting to recover. Crumbled up the bus pass and tossed it into the gutter. Some handsome dark stranger, you were standing on the corner. You had those compelling magnet eyes you must have lost when you got older. 7 blocks in, my fingers brushed your hand. I blushed, you laughed, but you seemed a little sad. I ain't one to jump a ship, but I absolutely knew I was 6 steps in when I fell into you.
One last kiss. I love you like a broken pot. One last kiss.
I love you like a pack of dogs.
One last kiss. I need you like I need a gaping head wound. One last kiss. I love you like an alcoholic. One last kiss.
I love you like a negligee.
One last kiss. I need you you like I need a broken leg.
Hey, this is Andrew. This next song is Drinking with Mickey Mantle. This is my sole songwriting contribution in the Taxpayers. I wrote this song in my old bedroom, which was an old mattress and a space heater, and a converted laundry room in a punk house in Missoula, Montana called The Lab. This one's a version of me singing it. Hope you enjoy.
King of the yard, and my grandfather said I had one hell of an arm. I remember learning his split finger fastball and the tails he would stretch with that famous Turner charm. By the fire pit, my old backyard, I used to sit transfixed to his stories about how him and Mickey Mantle used to drink all night long, spinning yards of all the former glories. I remember Christmas Eve when I was 10. Mom told Grandpa he was wasting my time. I sent him packing in the pouring rain. Things were never quite the same after that night. The package he left under the tree, his silver wristwatch addressed to his favorite grandson, Henry.
Okay, the Florida sessions. So these are the unreleased recordings from the 7-inch. That was supposed to be the entire Henry Turner story from when we were in Florida. And we thought we could tell this story with just a couple of songs. We decided we wanted to turn it into something much bigger. And the 7-inch starts off with Who the Hell Are You? But it is a major key version of it. So it's got a bit happier of a sound, less dark than the album version of it. And it transitions immediately into a song called When the Night Train Runs Low, which we actually cut from the album because it wasn't really working. It just wasn't working like with the flow of everything. When the Night Train Runs Low kind of tells a story, which is told in the book, about some of the more monstrous things that Henry did, and it tells a little bit more about his life, and it's a country song. So, well, When the Night Train Runs Low didn't end up on the album itself. We did record it with the Trusty Snakes, which was our country band that we made an album of called New American Frontier. Go check it out. We did a recording of Night Train for that, but this is the original version of Who the Hell Are You, followed by When the Night Train Runs Low.
Will it take this long? I remember Atlanta. I can taste the summer on my tongue when I think about the city when I was young. I remember Atlanta. I could have been a big deal. Could have been a doctor, but I busted my hip boy, ready to steal. When I moved up to Cleveland, got a house in Linwood. Worked at a steel mill, for a fifth. My father died, so I lost my shit. I remember the weather there. It was like a war zone. Fell behind in wreck, and I boxed up checks and I kicked me out. Who the hell are you? Did you put me here? Can you smell a blanket or a cigarette? I lost my coat in a football fight. I used to be a pitcher in the Georgia summer. Did I tell you about how I busted my hip? I remember Atlanta. I remember Atlanta. Could have been a big deal in '79. I remember Atlanta. Hot June day. Met you in Athens, college town in the south. Early 80s, cocaine baby. We railed it all until the cocaine ran out. 2 years later, married in Reno, little girl on the way. But when the night train runs low and the night grows cold, I try to remember your name. Caught you in Memphis, screwing a trucker, didn't let on at the time. Took Savannah to stay with her grandma, strangled the trucker that night. Met you at a diner, gave you a shiner, got us kicked out of that place. But when the night train runs low and the night grows cold, I try to remember your name. Woke up from a bender, joined the Navy, spent a year in Taiwan. Got it together, didn't feel any better. Wrote you a letter and a song. But the cancer got you before you read it. I played the song at your grave. You still haunt me at night, darling, when the night train runs low. Good God, why can't I remember your name? Next song from the Florida EP is Get Your Cigarettes, which in the biography of Henry Turner's life is from the point in which he is no longer a baseball player. He's a young adult, and he's getting into drugs for the first time, and this is him talking about meeting up with his friend Jamie, who knows, how to get the good stuff out in the suburbs. Jamie is expanded upon a bit more in the books, but I really like how this song turned out, this recording of it, because the outro, it's going to knock your socks off. It's kind of this really neat thing that Kevin did with the trumpet, and you can hear him slowly spiraling out of control with the outro of this music. It's very cool. So this is Get Your Cigarettes. Put your shoes on tight, keep your wallet close. to the rubber to your fingernails, to the point of a plastic. Get your cigarettes. Let me get one of those. Good God, give me a drink and put on some clothes. Let me bum a butt. Gotta catch the bus. Jamie lives out in the suburbs, baby, and Jamie has always got the best stuff. What? You'll never get enough. If you can't sleep, then you can't dream of the things you've lost. Next up on the Florida sessions is Hungry Dog in the Street. And guess what? It's the same exact song as what ended up on the album. I thought it sounded so great on this 7-inch recording that we just ended up using this exact recording for the album version. Just a quick story about Hungry Dog in the Street, how it was written. While we're living in this storage container in Florida, we were traveling around playing shows. We went down to the Florida Keys and we played a show. We were living out of our van at the time. And we parked in front of the library, the public library in the Florida Keys, because that was the one place where you could park without, getting a ticket, and there were bathrooms there too. So I brought my guitar into the parking lot of the library, and that's when I wrote this song and figured it out, and I'm kind of working out the little guitar part, the ba-ba-ba-doo-ba-doo-boo-boo, and the librarian comes out, and she hears me playing it, and she goes, "It sounds good, but you should keep working on it." So this is Hungry Dog in the Street. 1, 2, 3. My brain, my fingers, bought bottles in a package place. Got caught up on a park bench. Everybody tried to get a taste when the sun goes down. I swear to God, they'll try to run you out of this town, and they will beat you down. They will beat you down. If you stay around, you're gonna get shot down. They will beat you down. They will beat you down, and you'll feel like a hungry dog in the street on a very short leash. My heart is a cancer. Radiation wouldn't help a thing. My God doesn't answer. Pray nightly every single week when the liquor runs low. My friends run low. Got nowhere to go, nowhere to go. No religion could ever save my soul. Nowhere to go, nowhere to go. And I feel like a hungry dog in the street on a very short leash. Okay, next up on the Florida sessions is a song called He Was Born Outdoors. And He Was Born Outdoors is the point in Henry's life in which he is now living on the streets. It's kind of the beginning of the point in which he's living on the streets. And he's turning towards religion as a way of coping with it, of comfort. And he's identifying with Jesus Christ because he thinks if Jesus was born outdoors, I can handle this. It didn't end up on the actual album, because we just didn't think that the recordings of it that we had gotten together just didn't fit into the puzzle and like the overall flow and arc of the actual album. But
I'm pleased to be sharing it with you because I think it's a cool song. It's kind of almost a duet between me and Andrew. Yeah.
Get off my back, I got place to go. You devil, you won't betray my soul. I am walking towards my home. Shut the fuck up, monsters in my brain. Only the wicked men are insane, and my king will give me strength. He will hold me in the darkness. He will hold me in the darkness. He will guide me in my sleep. He will guide me in my sleep. He will bring me into focus. He will bring me into focus. And he will be beside me when I walk these streets. He was born outdoors in a manger on the floor. I can handle 2 more weeks without a home. He was born outdoors in a manger on the floor. I can handle 2 more weeks without a home. Just Father, I know that I have sinned. Kill the man and I do it again. Let the reckoning begin. And yes, I am in my own blood, Lord. I wish I could make that reckoning come, so I could be with my only love. He will hold me in the darkness. He will hold me in the darkness. He will guide me in my sleep. He will guide me in my sleep. He will bring me into focus. He will bring me into focus. He will be beside me when I walk these streets. He was born outdoors in a manger on the floor. I can handle 2 more weeks without a home. He was born outdoors in a manger on the floor. I can handle 2 more weeks without a home.
And the last song on the Florida Sessions EP, and the last song on this journey that we're on together, is Let the Seconds Do Their Worst, which in its original form was an actual song, not an interview. On the album itself, it's an interview with somebody who knew Henry as a child, which she was my old neighbor, actually, my old neighbor across the street in Portland, grandmother of kids who lived across the street. She was great, and she was definitely game to be a part of this whole project. So on the actual album version, Let the Seconds Do Their Worst is us playing kind of background music to her interview. But again, in its original form, this was a song that was about Henry knowing he was dying, writing a letter to Savannah, his daughter, and leaving her his wristwatch. The wristwatch that is discussed in Drinking with Mickey Mantle, which is a song that Andrew wrote that did end up on the album. But this wristwatch was really important to Henry, and this is the story of him knowing he's about to die and bequeathing his wristwatch.
1, 2, 3. Honey, I got more to say than sorry. I have missed you, and I wanted you to know. Been 20 long now it'll be my time to go. So put on a brave face, let the seconds do their worst. And don't take it out on others when you get hurt. Savannah, I can't leave you with much money. I don't have more than this wristwatch to my name. The seconds run a bit slower than they oughta, but if you wind it up real tight, it should keep you safe. So put on a brave face, let the seconds do their worst, and don't take it out on others when you get hurt.
And that brings us to the end of our journey together. If you made it this far, appreciate you, and I hope you got a kick out of this. So, yeah, this is Rob signing off. Hey, guess what? Taxpayers are working on a new album right now, and can't wait to share it with you.